it's all a dream, and Batman must accept reality. In order to do that, Batman kills himself by jumping off of a roof.
Jesus! Okay. How did I alles do? Kill us. God damn, that was weird. I like this one because this one's going to be one of the topics. I know I lost my inappropriate moments. This day I'm going to rise. The time started. Batman's animated series wasn't success. Let's go!
Batman the Animated Series is one of the most beloved superhero stories ever told. It was full of rich characters and great stories that pushed the boundaries. It also had a few moments that were definitely not for kids, whether that would be really dark moments or an incredibly dirty joke. This show...
By the way, I have actually not seen those series. Also, don't know why you can watch this.
Sweet dreams, sucker.
Perhaps one of the most famous lines to come out of the animated series.
So, I love Harley Quinn. I love her. She's an amazing animated character, and I love that she has done with the new series that she has gotten. I haven't seen it because I can't watch it here anywhere, or I'm going to spend $60 on 2 DVDs, but yeah, I really want to watch that.
She asks him if he wants to rev his Harley, and we don't think she meant the motorcycle. Even worse than the innuendo was the domestic violence that followed the line, as the Joker simply slapped Quinn out of his sight. In the episode Perchance to Dream, the Mad Hatter puts Batman under a spell and gives him a peek at a normal life, where he is happy, engaged, and not the hero known as Batman. But it's all a dream, and Batman must accept reality. In order to do that, Batman kills himself by jumping off of a roof. The suicidal moment may have occurred in some reality, but it could have easily given children some mixed signals.
That was so dark.
In one episode and gets
okay. How did I alles do? Kill us. God damn, that was weird.
Near a holding cell. Doing a little detective work, Bullock inquires if he knows who Harley really is. She states that she served him a subpoena once, and that it was a very small one at that. We're pretty sure Harley wasn't talking about anything legal in this case. In one episode, Lucius Fox asks Bruce Wayne if he plans on squeezing some information out of an attractive assistant. At first, this can be seen as interrogating, but Bruce notes that squeeze may not be the right word, implying something steamy instead. There's clearly some part of the playboy Bruce Wayne who enjoys what he does. The villain Clay
Face
actually loses a piece of himself, which in turn becomes sentient. The piece becomes the character Annie, who doesn't want to go back to her father. But Clayface forcefully absorbs Annie back into his body, killing the terrified child.
What? Yeah. That is a piece of him.
The villain Clayface actually loses a piece of himself, which in turn becomes sentient. The piece becomes the character Annie, who doesn't want to go back to her father.
Do it.
Clayface forcefully absorbs Annie back into his body, killing the terrified child.
Joker seeks new hench girl?
Ooh.
Joker auditions new hench girls and sees someone who looks exactly like Harley Quinn. Joker's face is priceless, but his following comment is certainly disturbing. In reaction to
that's creepy. That is creepy as hell.
Seeing her, Joker's choice of words is drown the kids and shoot the neighbors. We have a winner.
Oh wow, that is way taller than him.
In the award-winning episode I Am the Night, Batman is having an identity crisis, and it's only made worse when a botched raid results in Commissioner Gordon getting shot. Shockingly, we actually see Gordon's motionless body lying on the concrete. Thankfully, Gordon and Batman survive this, but the visuals are enough to disturb any young child watching. This is where we see the Joker's true colors.
It's just really a child series. It isn't really. It isn't because DC is so dark. I was watching DC animated movie, and I can't look at that. The movie is called DC Suicide Squad How to Play. There is a moment in it where you have two lesbian girls, and one of them is coming out of the groove, and you can see literally they draw in there, and you can see in nickel. So that was like, okay, interesting. That is, I enjoy it. But that is not so case. Normally they are really, they don't show anything like that. It's just acting like black, but they really draw a nickel with it.
Any young child watching. This is where we see the Joker's true colors, as the Crown Prince of Crime actually unceremoniously throws Harley Quinn out of a window for getting on his nerves. What's worse is that Harley blames herself for it.
Yeah, that was
Joker
crazy.
finds a way to win her over again.
That was crazy.
Girl was a former supermodel.
That's what I love about the new series of Harley Quinn. That she isn't really slow anymore. She's not that personality. I really like that.
Who hid her scarred face. Upon her arrest, her mask was pulled back and her face was actually free of any scars. She ended up losing her mind, believing she was ugly, and harmed former coworkers in the process.
With this band and these electrodes, I can control anything.
The Mad Hatter wasn't always so. In fact, he was in love with a girl named Alice, but she ended up injection drove Jarvis to insanity. He brainwashed Alice's fiance into breaking off the engagement and kidnapped Alice for himself, which is just creepy. In a cruel twist of fate, Scarecrow tossed Batgirl off of the roof of City Hall and crashed into Jim Gordon's car. Jim Gordon then learns that his dying
I just wanted to say, it's a show from that eye. Look that. Look that.
Jim Gordon then learns that his dying daughter is Batgirl, and in a fit of anger and sadness, declares war on Batman. The episode is filled with a lot of twists, turns, and mature themes for young audiences.
I need to know. Did she die? I don't hope so, but interesting.
Batman chases Roxy Rocket down in the ultimate thrill, and she has more than a few things to say about the chase. She comments that she loves a man with staying power and proceeds to sound very enthusiastic about the ride.
I've seen this movie, man. I have seen this movie.
The finale comes with an extremely loud and thrilling scream that would have had several parents turning their heads to see what the children were watching. Easily the most gut-wrenching moment in the series. Two-Face Parts 1 and 2 showcase the fall of Harvey Dent. While the story is tragic, the worst moment comes from Batman's dream, where his friend Harvey screams, "Why couldn't you save me?" to Bruce over a red background. Hopefully no kids watch those nightmare-inducing scenes late at night. Mary Louise Dahl suffered
that child just clearly and overall, it's just clearly
from a condition that prohibited her from aging past 5 years old.
Wow.
After her career failed as a child star, she kidnapped her former coworkers from a television show and forced them to reenact a scene. The cake was wired to blow, and Dahl intended to kill herself in the process. One of the most jaw-dropping moments in the follow-up series comes from a steamy scene with Harley. She emerges from a creamy pie singing "Happy Birthday, Mr. J," in reference to Marilyn Monroe's iconic song. Harley then inquires if Joker would like to try a piece of the pie. He'd like seconds. Of course, the Joker is in no mood to joke and literally tosses Quinn out to the dogs.
Ugh. Sweet kid, but a lousy cook.
That was absolutely shocking. Jesus Christ. I thought it was a little more dirty as it turned out. It was a little more dark than I was expecting. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. Subscribe.